Because these studies are condensed in some way, with effort, so that they are short, understandable by all, and not tedious, for this reason some elements must be mentioned for the smooth development of the study, such as that God foresaw everything in His will. That is why He created everything through Jesus Christ. As He says in the letter to the Hebrews, chapter 1 and verses 1 to 2, and not only that, God, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by His Son, whom He hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also He made the worlds. That is why He can and does tell us the end from the beginning.
Why will the rapture occur? Why will it happen? Because we are at the end of the times, and because people loved darkness rather than light, as we read in John 3:19. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil, and because God did not determine us for wrath, to perish, but to enjoy His salvation, as it says in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 9. For God hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Jesus Christ, and because He guard His bride, which is His church, out of the coming tribulation, as it says in the book of Revelation, in the 3rd chapter and 10th verse, and not only. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth.
How did this happen? How is it possible for man's works to be evil before God? That happens from Genesis. God gave Adam the authority to have dominion over the earth and everything on it, except for the human race, of course, and to increase and multiply the human race. After the devil managed to deceive man and thus turn him against his creator, because God is holy and sin does not exist in his nature. Adam, with his sin, gave the devil the right to take his inheritance and thus be able to have access to man's life by whispering to him and submitting his own thoughts to him and making those who accept them his slaves. As it says in the letter to the Ephesians chapter 2,
That is why he can be called the ruler of this world, and in the end he will do what he wanted from the beginning. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, in verses 13 to 14, we read, For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation, in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And in the book of Ezekiel, in chapter 28, from verse 11 to 19, we will read only verses 14 to 15. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created, till iniquity was found in thee. And as it says in the second letter to the Thessalonians, chapter 2, we will only take verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So we see that the devil has a desire from the beginning, which is, to sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
How will he accomplish this? After Adam was cast out of God's paradise, we see Cain murder his brother Abel. Both brothers, Cain and Abel, had learned and heard the same things from their parents Adam and Eve, but Cain paid attention to the desires that the devil had put in his heart. And from here we begin and see that we have two distinct types of people, those who do what is pleasing in the sight of God, and those who do what is not pleasing in the sight of God. In the course of human history, as recorded in the Holy Bible, we see that we have two generations that develop in parallel until now. The generation of Cain and the generation of Seth, Abel's brother. One generation followed and did what was pleasing to God, and the Bible calls them sons of God. And the other followed what was not pleasing to God, and the Bible calls them adversaries of God, or rebels before God. Or else, since we have the daughters of men, we also have the sons of men. As we see in the 6th chapter of Genesis in verse 4, there were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old. men of renown.